the same topic as before, but I'm pretty sure it's well edited and we don't have much content, so low-key, not a bad shout.
The past couple months, Beesmas Simulator has been in a very questionable state, I should say. With all of the hackers and ban waves that occurred, the economy being ruined, the many extensions of this year's Beesmas, and the community collectively hating on it, this all leads to the theory that Beesmas is going to finally die out after 8 years. But how did we get here? Well, this video is going to explain everything that has happened and how all of these events are leading to the potential downfall of Beesmas Simulator. It all starts in 2018, where Beesmas Simulator was recently released, and with the Christmas season coming up, Onnit decided to come up with a new event called Beesmas. If you don't know what it is, it's a yearly event where during the Christmas season, an NPC called Bear gives you a set of quests filled with many rewards, and every other NPC around the map also gives you a special quest, including the Bumblebee Man, or BBM for short, who is known for his atrocious quests. I mean, look at
It's edited well. At least it's edited well. You know what I mean? And actually like showing Beeswarm stuff. So it's a good video right now.
this. To add on, there are gift boxes around the map in which you can open for extra rewards, and with the snowflakes and gingerbread bears, you can purchase certain items from the Bear catalog, like materials, eggs, you name it. Usually, Onnit decides to add a new mechanic for every Beesmas update. Like in the past years, we got the introduction to mythic bees, puff shrooms, the endgame tools, the robo bear
Why did bro have a watermark on the Beeswarm icons?
challenge, but with 2025, it was completely different from previous years, both in terms of the game's state and the mechanics of it as well. Let's start off with the mechanics first, which are the introduction to blooms. If you don't understand how blooms work, they
Blooms was fire. Did you guys like blooms or nah, yo? Did you guys like blooms?
basically act similar to puff shrooms. They will randomly spawn in certain fields, and you are given 20 seconds to defeat the bloom by collecting pollen around it. Once you have defeated it, it will drop petals that you can collect and receive certain buffs like more pollen, higher crit and super crit chance, more unique instant conversion, and the thing is that the more petals you collect, the better the buffs are. So having only one petal versus 100 petals can have a huge difference, especially in boosting. Before this Beesmas update, some players were boosting only a couple quadrillion per boost. Meanwhile, the best boost ranged around 10 quadrillion, with the world record boost being Smarty's 14.6 quadrillion spider self-guide boost. And after the update, people were making way more. The best boosts I'll mention are Name's 41.8 quadrillion boost and Pollen Mark's 50 quadrillion boost, which are insane. Now, moving on to the other side, in terms of the game, something very unusual happened. You see, when Beesmas usually drops, it usually gets a decent rise in the player count, and that would usually cap out at around 100,000 people. But this year was different. You see, all of the other top brain rot games, like Steal a Brain Rot, 99 Nights in the Forest, they started losing players, and I mean a decent amount of them. People wanted better games, and apparently found Beesmas Simulator as a good game. Due to the grinding
Bro, can we stop saying Beeswarm has a problem, guys? Beeswarm does not have a problem.
and the floods of new players coming in, Beesmas Simulator was able to maintain well over 100,000 players, heck, even over 200,000 players, making it the peak of Beesmas Simulator's player count. Players were achieving new records that were never possible, like reaching over 1 quintillion honey, and with the insane rise of the player count, surely Beesmas Simulator wouldn't die out soon, right? So, what happened?
Bro, Beeswarm ain't dead though. Like, what do you mean die out soon? Beeswarm ain't dead.
As Beesmas continued, the game was still doing really good, so much so to the point where Onnit was hitting many crazy
Yeah, but the thing is, right, people get bored after like 2, 3, 4 months of just, you know what I mean, doing Beesmas quests. Like, there's a world out of Beeswarm as well, you know what I mean? So obviously, like, but everybody will be back next update, facts.
Milestones during this year's Beesmas, which resulted in many honey days. If we want to count, there's the
I wonder if he mentions the thing that trading was disabled for so long. Disabled again, by the way.
honey day we usually get from Onnit once we claim the hive, the 4 billion visits code, the 1 million Discord members code, and the 7-year anniversary code for 7 years.
Didn't
I may
happen.
have counted wrong with the amount we got, but the main idea is that we got a lot.
We didn't get We only had 3 honey days, I ain't gonna lie.
More than usual.
But Red Ball, aren't more honey days better for the game?
Who the hell is that?
Since more people will be playing?
Yes and no. While more players will continue playing the game to maximize their honey day, it comes with a hefty price, which leads me to the first major reason why the game has been dying, and that's the result of too many honey days.
Bro, why are people making these videos? You know, Beeswarm is like dry when people are making videos on some like, guys, Beeswarm has a problem. Guys, Beeswarm is on a downfall. Guys, it's over for Beeswarm. It's dead. You know the game is dry, bro. That's when you know the game is dry. When that's the only video you see everybody make. You know what I mean? Bro, it's literally like this every single time after Beesmas ends. You are in the same boat? No, not really, bro. Not really, not really, not really. Not really, not really, not really. I'm reacting to it all. You know what I mean? That's a massive difference.
You see, honey day is the best buff you can get, giving you 2x pollen and convert rate for 2 days. Essentially, it's best to use it for account progression or to make lots of honey. Let's focus on the honey making part for this video.
It's because they think that's the only thing people are going to watch to do with Beeswarm though. Oh yeah, is Beeswarm dead? I haven't played it for a while. Let's watch this video. You know what I mean? Rather than like a gameplay video. Because they just think nobody's going to watch that. Because they're just like wondering, oh yeah, what's going on with Beeswarm? Loki, I haven't played it for a while. Then they just see these videos.
With all the boosts and macroing we do during the 48 hours, it will require us to spend lots of materials, especially super smoothies, loaded dice/glitter, cloud vials, gumdrops, and other materials that are essential. But one item I want to mention are stingers, which are vital for red and white hives for their star saw passive. You see, without the star saw passive or having enough stingers for the whole boost, red and white hives are gonna overfill like crazy and make no honey. So as red and white hives keep doing their boost, they're not just wasting certain materials like super smoothies and glitter, but they're also wasting stingers that are very important in order for them to succeed. Which leads to the next reason, but it's the stinger epidemic and how macro reliant the game has become. First of all, if you aren't familiar with the stinger epidemic, go watch Mr. Sir's video about
The stinger epidemic is not real though. It's not even real. That is the thing. Like, it's not even real, bruh. Like, it's generally not bad. It never even was bad before. Like, what ruined stingers more is because he made that video. Like, you know what I mean? That's what ruined stingers more.
it as he goes into great detail, but the main idea is that due to these huge amounts of honey days, red and white hives are spending more and more stingers. In order for them to replenish them, they will obviously need to macro. But the problem is that the more people who macro, the less vicious bees there are, and the less stingers people will get. Ultimately, this led to many red and white hives to boost less during their honey days, as they didn't have the required amount to properly boost.
It's impossible to get stingers early game, bro. I can't even get 250 for the bee. Yeah, that's valid. It is kinda low-key.
To add on, it also shows how macro reliant this game is. Every hive color must macro.
Yeah, but I mean, it is kind of true that the game is made like macro reliant either way, and you need everything for macro. But I was seeing somebody tell me earlier that Beeswarm is like the only game that is like this. But I don't know why some people like are forgetting that Beeswarm isn't the only game. Like literally every single game is botted though. Like, you know what I mean? You go on any top front page Roblox game and it's all just botted games, bro. Dan, just watch this video. I'm watching it for the first time on stream right now.
For the respective buffs like Nectar for all hive colors, Bubble Blow for blue hives, Stingers for red and white hives, and more. Although there's the offline voucher that tries to fix this problem, macroing is still far more effective than the voucher and...
I mean, I don't know, bro, like, it's still like a alright and really nice thing. Like, the offline voucher is more for the people that can't exactly macro, that are mostly on phone and other stuff.
Many ways.
Or if you know what I mean, on a vacation or some. Or if you just don't want to macro, just, you know what I'm saying, bro. Just hop on in the game, just claim a few planters and boom, bro. That's... The offline voucher wasn't exactly to combat it or like make it a new thing, you know what I mean? It was more for the people that were like mobile and everything, that can't really, but still wanted to get honey, still wanted to get nectar, still wanted to get everything, you know what I'm saying?
These two ideas are only a fraction to the reason why Beeswarm has lost its player base. I don't
think Beeswarm really lost its player base as well. I think it was more just the fact that everybody that the Beesmas didn't have many new things. I think it was really just that, bro. I don't think things to do with macro or anything else really, you know what I mean that Beesmas lost its player base. I'm gonna be honest.
Chapter will explain it all. But before I reveal that, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
It's just like if you look at the game graph, as you were showing earlier, it went down over time. That's only because more and more people finished Beesmas and got tired of waiting. That's really all it was about.
Subscribe because I like to ask in the middle of the video to see whether you like my content or not. I spend lots of time making these types of videos and I'd really appreciate it if you support me in any way. Alright.
It's your first time joining Beeswarm. You have no idea about anything.
Yo, what the hell am I actually like?
You see, there were many, and I mean many players who were exploiting with various hack.
Do you have a lawyer? Yeah, bro. His last name is Goldstein.
Clients. One of the more popular ones being used was called Atlas, and for some reason,
Whoa, why are we promoting it?
people were advertising it like crazy. So much so to the point there were TikTok videos and edits of praising Atlas and many commenters supporting it. Now, why do people exploit? There's no exact answer, but we can probably assume that the players who hack are too lazy to either grind manually or use a macro, or they aren't able to macro at all. They were not only grinding a crazy amount of materials in illegal ways, they were also collecting valuable stickers and cup skins, which leads to the next reason, which is how the Beeswarm economy essentially collapsed. If we look at the economy of Beeswarm Simulator, everything is measured in a currency called star signs. Every sticker, voucher, B-Quip, and Cub Buddy are measured in star signs, and that's how the trading system functions. That being said, hackers were able to progress their accounts really quickly and were able to farm hundreds, maybe even thousands of star signs per day. So much so to the point it essentially destroyed the economy. Let's look at the screenshots. First of all, let's compare the value of a B-Bear voucher at the beginning and end of Beesmas. In the beginning, it was worth around 4 star signs, and by the
Well, that's normal either way though. Like, even if we have Beesmas, we're still going to, you know what I mean, get inflation because more people are playing. Like, you know what I mean.
end of Beesmas, it rose to about 13.5 star signs. But let's look over at the B Cub, the most valued Cub Buddy. It started off at around 80 star signs, but after 6 months, it rose to nearly 600 star signs. A 7.5 times increase between the two values, and that's pretty crazy. The main idea is that due to these hackers getting so many
banana values soon.
Star signs, it caused crazy inflation and made things so overpriced. It made trading really difficult since many stickers and B-Quips had their values skyrocket like crazy, and for newer players without much trading experience, it made getting certain stickers and B-Quips impossible. Now, connecting to something I said earlier, the Stinger epidemic. The exploiters were easily able to hunt down Vicious Bee, which meant that other players using Revolution Macro or other Vic hops are left with barely any stingers. That's one of the main reasons why people were earning so little stingers during this Beesmas update. There were too many players all trying to farm Vicious Bees, and a good portion of them were exploiters who had a huge advantage over everyone else. Now, with all this chaos being caused by the exploiters, surely it would get fixed soon, right? I mean, not only were they doing the things I mentioned earlier, but they were also quickly making new accounts and turning them into alts so they can sell it to people and earn lots of profit. But on it initially...
Damn. Do you guys think he got paid for promoting that Discord server? That's selling everything. I mean, for anybody else that, you know what I mean, wants to sell, like, they're just gonna see, oh wait, like, damn, more people are saying stuff. Let me say stuff here. I wonder if he got paid for it. You guys think he got paid? I mean, bro, realistically, you know what I mean?
They did nothing about it. But after months, one day would change
He wouldn't blur? Nah, but then it would be just obvious.
everything.
And seriously, it's been very concerning how Beeswarm has lost over 150,000 players in the last 3 weeks.
Bro, do people actually think it's because of hackers and everything? Like, bro, it's because you've been playing Beeswarm for the last 2 months of your life. Or 3 months. It was in like March, April, right? Where all the decline went. Bro, that's literally normal, bro. Why are people, like, going so crazy over it, though? Like, bro, this literally happens every single year. Like, bro, just wait until next year. After, like, 2-3 months, everybody's gonna be like, nah, bro, Beast War mad dead because they finished Beesmas. Like, you know what I mean? Literally gonna be the exact same thing.
April 23rd, 2026. The day that Onnit updated Beeswarm Simulator. The update consisted of two main things. First being the long-awaited Beesmas Part 2 update, and second, the long-awaited ban wave. A huge portion.
That was crazy. You know, this only happened because of my short, by the way, about that thing. Because everybody who used the memory match script got banned. If I didn't make that short, nobody would have been banned. I was the reason everybody got banned. Low-key kind of funny. Because Onnit only banned the people for what I said about. Because Onnit would have banned everybody else.
Of exploiters were banned and had their accounts reset, but it wasn't all positive. You see, they banned everyone that used a hack client, even if they didn't use it to gain an advantage. My friend Smarty66 got banned for using a free camp script for his.
He got banned on Roblox. He didn't get banned by Onnit. Yet. Next month when he joins GG's for him. He got banned on Roblox though for 6 months.
Cinematic shots for his videos.
Deserved!
Even though it didn't cause any harm or advantage for him, it led to him being a part of this ban wave and eventually.
Bro was not a part of that ban wave even, by the way. He got banned earlier. That was literally earlier.
Actually led him to quit the game despite his leaderboard status. Going back to the ban wave, even though it got rid of most of the hackers and helped Beeswarm in different ways, like rebalancing its economy, helping with the Stinger epidemic, it wasn't helpful for the player count since it dropped a lot, and I mean a lot. With this drop, it shows how many players were using hack clients and how many were.
Bro, it's not even that, bro. It's not even that. This happens every year, though. That's the thing. Everybody just stops playing Beeswarm after a few because they're bored, bro. You know what I mean?
Actually dedicated to keep playing the game either manually or through their macro. Enough with the ban wave, let's move on to the next and final reason for Beeswarm's potential downfall, and that's this year's Beesmas Part 2 update. The only thing on it
wasn't even bad, like
added,
although I wish we got BBM though. I do wish we got BBM.
Was the last 5 quests for B-Bear and the new pedal.
Because I know for a fact we're not getting BBM till December, bro.
Cub skin. That's it. No long awaited BBM quest, nothing new, that's it. And people hated this update. People were calling Onnit for being a lazy developer, saying he had months to add in an update he's been doing for years, and just in general hating on the game. This update probably made thousands of players quit, including some.
Wow! Thousands of players quit. I guess we'll see everybody at the same time in December 24th, huh?
YouTubers like Mr. Sir and Deslam, who were previously mentioned.
I guess we'll just see everybody in Beesmas.
Previously, Jay, Zenly, and more.
I guess we'll just see everybody in Beesmas.
This update tore the community apart, and now we're left in this pretty awkward situation. So, what can we get from this video? Well, there were so many events that led to a crazy decline for Beeswarm Simulator. It all started with this crazy rise in the beginning of Beesmas, but as problems like the hacker situation, Stinger epidemic, and the Beesmas Part 2 update arrived, it made the game lose thousands of players, and it resulted in Beeswarm being at its lowest point right now. Now, will Beeswarm Simulator be revived next Beesmas? Probably. Do I think it will be like past Beesmases? Maybe not. Does this mean I'm quitting? Not exactly. I still have 1, maybe 2 more videos planned that I want to upload. I promise they will be bangers. So if you want to see them, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on them. And I'll see you all next time.
I mean, low-key, the video was like edited well. You know what I mean? The video was edited well. It's just the fact that it's just the same video everybody has made already though. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Just the same video everybody has made and the only video. Nah, it was edited well. Like, you can't even say that. Like, it was edited well. Just that we all know about those things. Like, low-key, I said them day 1, bro. But that's low-key why I can't really watch Beeswarm videos, bro. Like, most things, you know what I mean. I already know what's going on. Well, I said it already.